Hello, everyone, and welcome to Perspectives. I'm Sam Jones. It's good to have you with us today. We got some folks that I think you're going to enjoy hearing from, and let's just get started right now. Our first guest is Denise Ward. Denise, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good to see you. I'm going to have to read this because I don't want to miss anything on it. You're the executive director of the American Therapeutic Riding Center. What is
Yes,
that?
sir. Therapeutic Riding Center is, first of all, we're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we are an equine assisted services program, which simply means services from autism to heart to visual impairment to anything you're seeing a doctor, therapist, counselor, social worker, and we can be of assistance as long as we can safely mount and dismount you in the saddle of the horse. We can help you through equine assisted services, which means you get to ride horses.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but somebody had to make the connection between therapeutic work or results and horses. Who made the connection? How did this come together?
Well, to be honest, for me personally, our founders is Kenneth and Vicki Burkett from Tulsa, and I was a longtime friend. I worked downtown in the corporate world, and I came out to see what they were doing with horses and special needs. And we are a PATH certified organization our instructors go through. It's a professional association of therapeutic horsemen, and it's been around. It's an international certification thing, and it's been around for years and years and years. And I think where it really got started is where people, connected to the animal. And when you're on horses, I don't know if you're a horseman or not, but it moves every muscle in your body, and then things just started happening from mental to emotional to physical connections, and quality of life started changing things for people. I came to ATRC probably 14 years ago, and at that time it was so difficult to talk about what we do because most people thought it was a pony ride, and that it was so fun to see the cute little tiny faces be all smiles on horses. And it was so hard to describe to people what was happening. Socialization, was happening, muscle strength, core strength, and everything connected to the core started getting stronger. People who were in wheelchairs, even though they had other therapies, the horse itself was moving their bodies in ways they might not could walk, or just being on a horse moves every muscle in your body. So you're going to be stronger to some aspect, to some degree, depending on what your challenge is. So I don't really know who came up with this. All I know is this using horses for this type of service began years and years ago.
What I'm seeing, the video we're watching together, you and I, is absolutely breathtaking because you see the young ones start to form a bond with the animal. I just think it's absolutely marvelous.
I tell you what, when I first came out here, I used to work in the corporate world, and even though I tout myself as being a good PR person, by the time I left corporate after 33 years, I honestly didn't know if I had any tears or emotions ever left in my body. I was so tired. When I came out here for the first 5 years, I literally cried all the time. And to have an interview like this, I would have already been crying because I could not wrap my mind around or words around what I knew was happening in the lives of the people that we serve. One mother told me one time her son was probably 15, and she said I could share the story. Many of our clients do. They're so giving to help others. But she said, years ago, I was told that my son would never get a driver's license. He would never graduate from high school, and he definitely would never go to college. So if I could work on a career or a life pattern or path with him, just keeping that in mind, all of our lives would be better.
And it proved to be true.
The only therapy Yes, and you know what? Her son actually can drive a go-kart or a tractor in the back, but he did graduate high school, and lo and behold, he wound up going to a tech school. I believe it was in Drumright. And so three of the things that she thought was impossible all came true. And the only therapy and the only connection he had to get over his fears, get strength to his body, was actually riding horses here 30 minutes a week. That's what blows my mind.
Well, it
The
does
other
so
thing,
much. Denise, we've got less than a minute, and I want to I want to get in a plug. If there are folks out there that would like to volunteer,
yes,
that want to help, what do they
please.
do?
They contact me at Denise, DENISE, ATRC at gmail.com, or go to our website or call our office at 918-246-9450. All ages, we work with retirees, we work with students from all walks of life, and we help them get along on their career path too. But any age, if you're willing to help, you really don't have to know a lot about horses to help us do what we do.
Denise,
So
we are out of time. Will you come back? Will you do this again with us?
yes, sir, I would love to. Thank you.
We'd love to have you. Thank you for being a part, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Short break. We'll be back with more right after this.